Hello, everybody. So, welcome to Zeus Angel Mystic Tarot. And today I'm going to pull some cards for the Taurus crew. And then, once I'm done with the check in, if anybody is still in the chat, I will do the free tarot pull for anyone who's in the chat after I do the check in. How y'all doing today? On this Monday. Hopefully the sound is working. We've had some issues with that. Our YouTube has had some issues with that. So let me know in the chat if you can hear me or not. All right, so let's get into it. We're gonna just see, we're checking in for your love life. So if you're single, this will basically be, probably pull a past person, but I'll also get a new person for Taurus. So we're gonna do current or past person on your mind, and then we'll do whoever is coming in. All right, let's get a quick vibe check. Angels and guides. All right, angels, spirits, and guides. What's going on for Taurus in their love lives? All right, so a lot of you guys are focusing on money right now, typical Taurus vibe. This is Pentacles, which is Taurus energy. So some of you guys, this is about work. You're focusing on work, but if it's about love, could feel abandoned by someone or potentially like you wasted your time. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Not the best energy for love or for work, to be honest with you. Okay, all right, okay. Let's see. This is your feelings, but remember, it's a general reading. Roles can be reversed. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, a lot of you guys could have gone back to a job that you used to do. We have the Six of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Now, if this isn't about, focusing on work to get over a relationship here, it is that you feel as though somebody didn't put in the work romantically. Okay. You know what? There's going to be a Jupiter transit, and a lot of the signs are going to be doing well financially or doing better financially in 2026. So let's see what the blockage is here for Taurus and love. You got money on your mind. Potentially, if it is a love thing, I think you feel as though they didn't work on it or they didn't prioritize you. Okay. Six of Cups lets me know that this is probably a past situation. Okay. We'll pull for the new person. I always do that for you guys. All right. So let's see. What's the blockage here for Taurus in their love life? I don't feel like that's primarily what's on your mind. The blockage here is, first of all, we have the Fool in the blockage, meaning one of two things. The Fool in reverse can be someone who is a cockeyed optimist or someone who's afraid to take the leap. So why is the Fool in the blockage? Some of you guys could have basically ignored a lot of red flags, or there's some fears here, potentially fears of starting new. What's in the blockage here for Taurus? And we'll get their feelings, whoever it is on your mind. Okay. We'll get the feeling for whoever is on your mind. Oh, wow. All right. The blockage here is somebody did not make a sacrifice in love. All right. We have the Hanged Man. And in this deck, the Hanged Man is sacrifice. So, and with this in the blockage, this to me is someone who did not want to see your point of view. Somebody did not want to take accountability. Okay. And then we have, I hate this card in this deck. The Chariot is violence. And this is in reverse. So some of you, they could have had a temper, or they brought out, you know what, Taurus? Let's face it, Taurus, when you guys are really, really pushed to your limits, you can sometimes have a temper, but it's usually very justified when you get upset with someone. I think someone pushed you to your breaking point because they didn't, for some of you, if this was a long distance thing, they didn't want to come see you. But the Chariot in reverse is somebody who has to put their head over their heart and feels like stagnant, like things are not moving forward. You know what I mean? So I really don't like that with the Hanged Man and the Chariot in reverse. It's like, it's just, there's a lot of stagnancy. There's a lack of momentum. You know what I mean? So what's this person's feeling for Taurus? What's this person's feelings for Taurus? And yes, I will pull cards for anyone at the end. What's this person's feelings for Taurus? Somebody wants to offer you something. Now, some of you guys, this could be a new person because we had the Fool And if that's the case, there could be a sense of, so whoever is surrounding you in love, it does look like a new person. It doesn't have to be, but I do feel like they want to offer you something, but there's a lot of stagnancy. So I don't understand. Okay, let me see. Give me another card on their feelings. Give me another card on their feelings. Ah, all right. 9 of Swords reverse. Oh my God, listen, I definitely feel like this person could have been the culprit here. If this is a new person, there could be some anxiety from their past, but we have the Devil in reverse. And in this deck, the Devil is corruption. So and the Devil in reverse to me is somebody who feels as though they've done wrong in a situation. The Devil in reverse, you're trying to get over some sort of trauma bond. And potentially they could have done something. I don't know. Some of you, this could have been a lust-based connection. There could have been addictions involved, because the Devil in reverse is someone who tries to manipulate another person to do what they want to do, potentially in the bedroom, if you know what I mean. But we also have the 5 of Swords in reverse. And that to me is someone who acted selfishly, and there's some level of guilt or remorse and how they potentially tried to manipulate you or corrupt you into doing something that they wanted you to do. Okay, I don't like that. And I do feel like this person is thinking about their reputation with you, because the 9 of Swords in reverse is someone who's coming out of a place of anxiety. So a lot of you guys could be getting over some things that this person did, and maybe you're trying to connect with a new person. But if this is a past person here, they're worried about their reputation with you. Okay, because the 9 of Swords in reverse is like, I don't know if this is you or if this is them, because it could potentially be a good thing that the 9 of Swords is in reverse, because, it's like, it doesn't affect me as much as it used to. I realize that isn't for me. I realize that somebody was acting selfishly. For some of you, this person read your diary. I always get that with this. Like, they try to read your diary, or they were trying to find out your deepest, darkest secrets so that they could manipulate you somehow. Okay, now this doesn't have to be for everyone. I am reading the current person or the past person. So I don't really like this. I do feel like they're in an Ace of Cups, but the Ace of Cups can sometimes be a relationship derived from an affair. So let's see what this person's intentions are. This is all over the place. I'm not going to lie. And well, first of all, how is this person acting towards you in the past? With that Devil energy there, I feel like some of you guys know that this person is not good for you, because you pulled the Chariot in reverse, and in this deck, the Chariot in reverse is violent. So I think that this person pushed you to the limit. Okay, if this is a past person. Hey guys, yes, I will answer some questions for y'all at the end. First, we're doing the check-in for the Taurus. Okay, so let's see what happened in the blockage for you and this person, Taurus. All right, so a lot of you guys, I feel like there could have been someone who had addictions here, because we have the Devil in reverse and we have the Moon in reverse. So somebody could have a mood disorder. We have the Devil, or the Moon in here, and this deck is madness. But we have the Devil and the Moon. So somebody here could have had addictions, gambling. I don't know, maybe they had corn addiction. Maybe it was drugs or alcohol. Maybe they had a mental health problem. But there was also some level of uncertainty, okay? 3 of Swords to the 4 of Swords. I definitely think this is a past person here. And I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to connect with someone new. I think that you're not looking at this right now, because this person hurt you, okay? Now, we have the 3 of Swords. Some of you guys want to forget this. I feel like you don't want to deal with this anymore, okay? The 4 of Swords lets me know that there's some level of you trying to protect yourself, because this person really, I think, tried to corrupt you. For some of you, they ruined their reputation with you. So I think that a lot of you Tauruses are trying to connect with new people here. Yeah, because 7 of Swords, I also feel like you're not telling this person what you're doing, because I think that you feel as though you cannot trust this person. Okay, so I don't know, you guys. I do feel like this person has some level of guilt or remorse, but I also feel like they're hella toxic. And I think that, this has been coming out. This came out for Aries. A lot of the times, Aries and Taurus give very similar readings. So yeah, this person pushed you to your breaking point. Not really telling me what they did. 7 of Swords, they could have been sneaking around with other people. 7 of Swords to the 2 of Cups. They could have had a relationship that they weren't telling you about. For some of you, they had addictions or mental health issues. So that's the past person there. I really don't like that past person. Could have been a Capricorn, because we have the devil. All right, so let's see if there's anyone new coming in. I see you guys in the chat. Okay, so this has also been coming out for a lot of the signs in the new person spread, because I think some of you guys have new on your mind, but there could be some level of fear. The Tower. So I think you guys are going to meet someone new unexpectedly. This is Scorpio energy. There could be a major move for you, like physical move. But I think that you're going to meet this new person when you least expect it. Yeah, contamination. I'm getting tainted love for that past person, and I feel like a lot of you guys have to heal because there could have been a huge blowout with that past person because they were trying to corrupt you in some way, shape, or form, or they were just evil. All right, yeah. But the Temperance in this deck is contamination, and I feel like some of you guys are just maybe have a tainted view on relationships now. So I don't want you to close off because I feel like you're going to meet someone unexpectedly. And it's going to come in potentially when you're not looking for it, you know, when you're maybe even thinking because of that past person really messed up that maybe there is no real love. You know, you're having this kind of view of love. I do feel like this person, Six of Wands, is going to give you a lot of attention. They could be a fire sign. We have Sagittarius, we have Leo, we have Scorpio, which is fixed energy, mutable energy. And then we have the Page of Wands. So I think that it's going to start out small with this person, meaning that it's going to be more, you're going to talk a lot, right? Because I think that there's some kind of tainted view. So what's the new person's intentions? Nine of Cups. This person is, okay, so I think this person's going to come in, collective Taurus, when you guys are in this mode of, I got to fill my cup up first. It's an independent energy. And what I always tell people is if they really want a new relationship, you have to close your heart out to the past completely, meaning if they come back, that you would say no to them. And that's how you know that you're ready, because some of you guys are, there is this view of love, this kind of jaded view of love, because the past person really was gross. They were gross. Yeah, there's a Five of Swords. I think a lot of you guys are really in this. Now, the Five of Swords came out in reverse and it came out in the upright this time. So there is this like fiercely, I'm going to do me vibe. There's this energy of something's getting in the way of me and what I want. And also of I'm not telling people my secrets like I did to the past person because they used my secrets, my vulnerability against me. And I feel like y'all have learned that lesson to not be too vulnerable too quickly with someone so that they don't use that against you. So in other words, when you communicate with the new person, I think there's going to be more guardedness. There's going to be more care about what you tell someone before you know that you can trust them. And that's fine, you guys. So it's not bad. Two of Pentacles. But I feel like the collective is in this Two of Pentacles energy, which is you're between two lives right now. Because we haven't moved into the Fire Horse energy. That doesn't start until March or, well, February. 2026 astrologically starts in March. So right now you're still shedding this old, corrupted, contaminated love, okay? So Two of Pentacles, you're in between two realities. Some of you guys could move, all right? And that could help you meet new people because, you know, he has a key. And there's his past life, and there's the new life. So, and there's this sense of kind of balancing these two different realities before you do that level up, right? You could also have just a lot going on, and you have to completely be ready to leave the old reality behind before you shift, before you meet this new person. Okay, I'm going to get an oracle card, and I will answer the questions in the chat. I see y'all in the chat. Let's get one from here. If y'all are still there, how y'all doing? One card for the Taurus. Whoa, that one went flying. Dance. Dance more. I'm hearing that song. Dance, dance by Panic at the Disco. When we ask for guidance, take action, and put our faith in an outcome we can't yet see, we've begun to dance with grace. Dance and connect. I just think that you guys are working too much to try and put behind some sort of toxic love or whatever. And, now's the time to connect with your guys, connect with your friends, and dance a little bit. Find your center. When we stay connected to our spiritual core, the best and most advantageous path unfolds before us. So, Taurus, your advice is to dance and connect. Have some fun. Relax a little bit. You're working too much. All right. Okay. So you guys know that I talk really fast. I'm sorry. Okay. So are you guys still in the chat? Who's still in the chat? Wow. You guys showed up today. What's good? Who's there? No, I cannot do that. Hi, you're new. Hi. I just started doing the questions again, so y'all are lucky. I hope that you guys have subscribed and hit the thumbs up. So, I don't know. So we have Sun, I just did your question yesterday. Ta, I just did your question yesterday. So let's give some new people a chance to get a question, and then I'll get to you. Sanaya. Okay, so I see Heidi, Snag, and D7. Snag says, "Oh, thanks, dear. What is your question?" I don't know if I can pronounce the name, but I'm going to do my best. What is the question, Snag? Let me switch decks because this one's harder to shuffle. Go ahead and put your question in the chat, and we'll do this. I'm going to start with the new people, and then those of you who got a question yesterday, if you're still there, I'll do you next. All right, or whatever the last time I did a live is. Who can keep track anymore? Snag says, you want to know. All right, let's see. What can you expect? Expect the best. Prepare for the worst. It looks like 3 cards give me enough to know what's going on. So it's going to be 3 cards. So do you have anything on your mind? It looks like Ace of Swords. So this is actually really good. What you need to know now, Snag, an intellectual gift. I think that so the Ace of Swords is some kind of clarity coming in for you. It could be communication, but I think this is actually astrologically, we're going to be thinking more clearly. So I don't know what that is. Ace of Swords is a really good energy to be in. So there's some kind of clarity coming in, maybe a message. I don't necessarily see it as a message. I think that you're going to have either a source of inspiration, an idea, or just you're thinking more clearly now. And astrologically, Pisces is not in Neptune anymore. So everybody's kind of in this energy of like your mind feels more sharp, your mind feels more focused, it's more clear. Let's see what else. In regards to work, I don't know if you've been waiting to hear back about a job or a promotion. Your Taurus Sun Moon, Taurus Sun and Aquarius Moon. So it looks like we have new things on the table for you. Are you waiting to hear back about a job or something like that, Snag? Because it looks like there could be more money for you, or a promotion or a new job. There's something about you hearing back or getting good news about work or money. Okay, so while it could be a project that you're studying as well, actually, I'm not going to lie, it looks really, really good. The 3 of Pentacles to me is collaboration. The Ace of Swords to me is thinking clearly, having more focus. And in other words, your mind is going to be more sharp for your studies. So I don't know what you're doing, but it just kind of looks like you're going to be able to study a lot easier. You might even join a study group, because the 3 of Pentacles to me is collaboration. And the Ace of Pentacles is a new stable offer. So I don't know what that is to you. If you're going to get, maybe you're getting student loans, maybe because, you know, it looks really good. I'm not going to lie. There's an opportunity for you potentially to collaborate. It's something that's going to be very fruitful for you. It's going to be very resourceful for you. And I think that you're going to be able to think more clearly and study harder because I don't know if you're getting more sleep, if you have more energy, if you're taking medicine to help you focus, but it looks really good. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I don't know. You could be joining a study group or there's some kind of opportunity that's going to help you. So actually, it looks good. Yeah, I don't know. If you are thinking about a job, there could be a new job because I see the Ace of Pentacles as a new work opportunity, something like that. So actually, whatever you're trying to manifest, it looks like you're probably going to do well in whatever you do. It looks really, really good. So yeah, I mean, it looks like you're manifesting whatever you want here. And I think that the way that you're doing that, I don't know if you're getting more sleep or there's something about you taking care of your brain. Because the Ace of Swords is, you know, like a light bulb moment that goes off in your head, and you're like, okay, I know what to do now. I have an idea of how I can, you know, make more money or join a study group or do better for my life. I really see this as a study group or a job opportunity, especially with these two cards. So honestly, whatever it is you're doing, you need to focus on whatever ideas that pop into your head because those ideas are going to be very beneficial for you in whatever you're trying to do. So honestly, it looks good. Okay. It looks really good. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, it is. I mean, there is no wish fulfillment card here, but the Ace of Pentacles is always an offer like this. Okay, offer of something good. So yeah, as long as you stay focused and sharp and take care of yourself. I'm also hearing make sure that you get enough sleep because if you don't get enough sleep, then your mind won't be sharp. So make sure you're getting enough sleep, and it looks good. Looks really good for you. Okay. Today you're healing your heart chakra with music for relaxation. That's cute. I like that. Keep doing that. Everybody needs to heal their heart chakra. All right, Snag. I'm going to move on now. Everything looks really good for you, at least from these 3 cards that I pulled. So I think that, you know, keep doing what you're doing. You're very welcome. All right. So is anyone else in the chat? We have Sarf. You're from India? Oh, cool. I've never been to India. I've never been to India. I would love to go someday. So the chat is open for questions. We did Snag. I see Sarf. I see D7. I see Heidi. If anyone is still there, feel free to put your question in the chat. Otherwise, I'll probably end the live. Yeah, I'm going on vacation. I'm not going to be around, so that's why I'm doing this live right now. Pisces transition is how affecting us. Okay, so while Neptune was in Pisces, and Pisces is a very dreamy, very mind unfocused energy. So a lot of people had like, you know, it's this energy of daydreaming, not thinking clearly, not able to move forward. But now that Neptune is in Aries, Aries is a sign of taking action. So now instead of dreaming about the things that we were going to do, instead of having foggy mind, we're going to have more, you know, momentum towards things because Aries is very action oriented. So with Neptune and Aries, we're taking action on things that we've been fantasizing about or dreaming about. We're no longer confused. We no longer have that foggy brain that, you know, Neptune can make people have like a very daydreamy, foggy, unclear mind. That's what the Pisces has to deal with. So it's actually really good. And the more we get the more we get closer to March, the clearer our thoughts and our minds will be. you know, we're going to be taking a lot more action towards things. We're still in the snake energy until February, which is when we enter the fire horse. So I don't see anyone else in the chat, y'all. Oh. And if not, I'll probably end the live. But if you have a question and you're here, let me know you're in the chat. That's why I am feeling unfocused last month. Yes, I've been feeling that way myself. I wake up and even though I got a lot of sleep, I still feel in a daze. That's very Neptune, Pisces energy, daydreamy, unfocused, aloof, scattered, and kind of in limerence. So you're fantasizing about things, you're dreaming about things, but you're not really have the energy to do it because Pisces is a very sleepy sign. Pisces likes to sleep a lot. I know because I have my moon in Pisces and we sleep a lot and, you know, we daydream a lot and we fantasize. And Pisces can also be a sign of delusions. So, you know, they can be very deluded and that energy is clearing up. So now when, you know, Neptune goes into Aries, I think it's already there. Our minds are going to be more focused, more clear, and it's good because I really don't like that Neptune energy. I don't like it. I have a hard time staying focused with that Neptune and Aries. Okay, we got someone else in the chat. So yeah, Snag, you're going to be thinking more clearly. You're going to be doing better in your studies. We have combat school. Lately, you're not sleeping in your Pisces sun and moon. The fire horse energy doesn't start until the end of February, so we're still kind of in this shedding of the snake, and there is still that you know the old patterns coming back, and but Neptune is in Aries, so I think that our minds are going to be a little clearer, but not necessarily taking full action until the end of February. So everything really starts to kind of come to a culmination in March. March is really when everything starts turning around for all the signs. And honestly, I can't wait for it because I've been feeling really mucky, I don't want to do anything. You're welcome. So probably the end of February, you know, you'll feel better. I don't know what happened to everybody else who was in the chat. I guess they're gone. How to cut off repeated patterns? That's really hard. And it all starts with how you think. It all starts with you. So, and it honestly, it depends on what it is that you're trying to change. But it starts with the mind and it starts with your thoughts and your own patterns, your own awareness of what leads you to do those things. Break up with old self. Yeah, that's basically what 2025, the year of the snake, was all about. It was about the patterns that get you stuck in unhealthy situations, people, places, and things. Rebirth. Yeah, honestly, I think once we get into the fire horse energy in March, I've been saying this in all of my readings, that 2026 breaks down to a 1, which to me that's about new beginnings, but it's also about the self. It's about new beginnings, new identities, new ways of being, new ways of existing. Because when you change how you talk to yourself, that changes everything around you, right? Because let's say that you're in an unhealthy relationship with someone who is mean to you, more than likely that if you stay in that relationship, it's probably because you're not talking very nicely to yourself. So if you have different boundaries and you start speaking more kindly to yourself, then you won't accept people in your life who are mean to you. That's just like an example. But it can be in anything that you do. Sometimes you accept less than you deserve in jobs. So it all starts with your relationship with yourself. You're very difficult to transform the things. Yes. Yeah, that's an example that I use because a lot of people come to tarot because they're stuck in relationships that they don't know how to get out of. And it's usually because they don't have boundaries or they don't think that they deserve any better, or they came from a very traumatic upbringing and they don't realize that they're dating people like their parents. We all do that. And that's a very hard one to overcome because not only does it deal with how you talk about yourself, but it has to do with subconscious urges and a subconscious draw and pheromones. So, and at the end of the day, you could still be attracted to people who you know are bad for you, but you have to stop yourself from allowing them into your life, and you kind of have to date people who you're not more excited about. That's really hard. That's the hardest thing to overcome, I think, when it comes to the self, because let's say you stop drinking, or you stop eating sugar. It's a lot easier to stop eating sugar and to start exercising than it is to stop being attracted to people who are bad for you, because it's a chemical. It's pheromones, and it's something that's like a subconscious urge. It's something that it's chemical and it's subconscious. So that one's a lot harder to overcome. Boundaries with other people. Yes, it is. It's very important to have boundaries. It's very important to recognize when somebody's lying or manipulating. It's very important to recognize when you're attracted to someone because they remind you of someone who's not good for you, or if you're bored or if you're sad and you're attracting someone. It's not easy to be honest with yourself about why you like someone, because you have to be radically honest. You have to have radical self-acceptance. And that's hard because then it's like, oh, well, I have myself to blame for being in this relationship, even though that person was an abuser. They did what they did, and that it's not okay. But what within you allowed yourself or was attracted to that scenario? And yeah, a lot of the times it comes down to boundaries. It comes down to ignoring red flags. It comes down to getting too attached too quickly. It comes down to thinking that you don't have any other opportunities out there. It's a lack mindset. Deep down, we know what is good, but we don't do for ourselves a lot. Yeah, you're right. No, I think what happens is that we think that there's this scarcity mindset because um, the dating world's not great right now. And when we tell ourselves that if I don't accept this person or if this person rejects me, I'm never going to meet anyone better. So when we have that mindset, that's what gets us stuck. And there is a little bit of truth to that. So I'm tired, you guys. I guess there's no more questions, which is fine because I've got a long train ride. But yeah, 2026 is, when we get there, when we're finally enter March, it's going to be about the self. And basically, I feel like a lot of the signs are more focused on self and putting less energy into other people, and also breaking out of old patterns, like 10 or 14 year pattern of self-destruction or difficulty or whatever, because a lot of the signs are dealing with different things. But so like some people are breaking up from relationships that they've been in for a really long time that were unfulfilling or stressful. A lot of people are overcoming some sort of internal obstacles, and that could be anything. So it's good. It's a good year. It's also a year because there's some kind of Jupiter transit. Jupiter is going to be in Cancer, and then Jupiter is going to be in Leo and in Cancer, I think. Either way, Jupiter is a planet of abundance. So that abundance is coming in for all the signs, and and of course it's only going to work. It's only going to give us rewards if we act upon that. More people are going to be making more money, And a lot of people who are single for a really long period of time are going to finally meet, partners that they're going to stay in a relationship with. So it's actually pretty good. You're welcome. Thanks for coming out. You are single? Well, if you're in college, single's the best way to be because relationships can really be a distraction and they can really knock you off your game. Like for example, you said you want to do well in your studies. Well, a relationship will gum up the works in your mind and it will distract you. So, a single's the best way to be when you're in college. I wouldn't advise to get in a relationship. You're lucky. You don't lucky to have a partner at 46? Or you are lucky to have a partner at 46? Yeah, I'm going to be 43 and, honestly, I'm just thinking about survival right now. Hi there. Hey guys. And it's okay to I don't think single's a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. And there is such a thing called the suffragette movement. I was just talking about this on my Instagram. The suffragette movement was a movement for women's rights. So basically in the 60s or 70s, women got together and they stood their ground and they went on strike so that women could have their own bank accounts, so that women could vote, so that women wouldn't have to marry in order to be able to support themselves. So I think a single woman in 2026 is actually amazing. You're enjoying your rights, you're enjoying your freedom. You don't need a man. And I'm just talking about heterosexual relationships because I think that people think single is bad and it's amazing because we fought for a really long period of time to be able to be single. Even men, if they weren't married, like there's a certain expectation back in the day, and we fought for the right to be free, to not have to be in a relationship because society said that we have to get married. We don't have to do that anymore. So being single is not a bad thing. It's actually amazing. I mean, there's more freedom in it. And, I know people ask me about marriage all the time, and marriage is not romantic. Marriage is a legal binding contract. When you marry someone, you're signing a contract and you take on that person's debt. They have access to all of your everything. So it's not romantic at all. It's ownership and it's a legal binding contract. It's not romantic at all. Hi, Lucy. Snag says, I'm 27 and I'm not in college, but I'm prepping for getting a better job. I really think that you're going to find one. You got the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. I think that you're going to find one. What's going on? I'm feeling really tired now, so I might get on out of here. So now's the last chance to ask a question before I shut down the chat. You're looking for a job too? Well, you know what? It's not the best. It's not the best economy right now, but just keep trying. I don't know. Maybe you could start your own business. You never know. You never know. Okay, bye. Yeah, Lucy, did you have a question? Because I'm probably gonna end. There was a bunch of people in the chat and they dropped out of the chat. So, and I feel real tired. I have a train to catch, so I'm gonna keep moving. Oh, see, this is what all the signs have to look forward to. This is Jupiter in Leo, and I was just saying, you can rewind. I was just saying how Jupiter is going to be in Leo, and Jupiter in Leo is the Six of Wands energy, which is like leadership, recognition, attention, being in the limelight. So all of the signs are going to have this energy, and so it's a good energy to be in. Whether or not you want to be a leader, it's having recognition. It's good things happening for you. Okay, Lucy. I'll pull some cards for you before I get off of here. Lucy wants to know if her husband will have justice in their court case. I'm really sorry that you are going through that. Legal stuff is not fun. All right, let's see. for Lucy. 3 cards for Lucy's husband and their legal. Oh, okay, so we got the devil. I don't like that. I don't like the devil. This is telling me no, or there's some level of corruption in what's going on. Let me see. Is he a Capricorn or what's his sign? I'm going to pull 2 more cards for you, Lucy. Ooh, it got a lot of cards. So, first of all, I want to say that I think that there's going to be some kind of delay, like the trial could get delay, or there could be a long wait. We have the 3 of Wands. The reason I say that is the 3 of Wands is some measure of delay or waiting for something to happen. So, and we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords to me is, I could say this as a lawyer. I don't know if he has a lawyer, but I think that he's definitely going to need some kind of legal counsel. And I think that the legal counsel is going to have a hard time defending him. So it's not necessarily telling me yes or no. We did have the devil card, and I don't like that. So it's just kind of saying that there's going to be a delay. I don't really like it. I'm going to say that it might not go well. And I think that, but I don't want to give you false hope. But what I'm seeing here is that there's some level of corruption. There's something, because we got the devil, and I don't like that. So if he doesn't have a lawyer, he's going to need to get one. And there is going to be some kind of delay to this. It might not go the way he wants it to. That's what I'm going to say. And I hope that I'm wrong. You have to let me know. He's innocent. Well, I think I don't like the devil. The devil lets me know that there's some level of corruption. I think he's going to have to do a plea bargain or something like that. I don't think it's going to go the way he wants it to. And I think it's going to be a really long, drawn out case. And I think he's going to have to get a lawyer or talk to someone. He's going to need help. He's going to need someone, because there's Queen of Swords on here. Look at what she's doing. She's like really angry, and she's like fighting for her rights here. So, and this is a woman, so he might get a female lawyer or attorney. It says she knows what must be done, and she isn't afraid to do it. So he needs to stand up for himself, because there's some level of corruption. Good luck. I really don't like doing legal questions, but I think that it's not going to go the way he wants it to, and that he's going to have to fight really hard, and that there's going to be some kind of delay, and there's some kind of corruption going on, like maybe someone framed him, or I don't know, because the devil's there, and I don't like it. Oh, I'm so sorry to see that. So maybe this is your daughter, because there's someone here who's really bitter and angry. And I'm telling you, somebody is corrupt in this whole situation. I don't know. I don't like that. I'm really sorry. Let's see if there's any advice. Well, I would definitely say get him a lawyer. If he doesn't have one. The Hierophant in reverse. So with the Hierophant in reverse is in your advice, this is telling me that there's some unconventional way that you're going to have. In other words, the Hierophant in the upright is someone who follows the rules. But the Hierophant in reverse is someone who does something unconventional and who does not follow the rules. So in other words, you're going to have to get creative here. I'm not saying don't follow the rules. I'm saying to look outside the box and ways to defend, like there's some kind of loophole or something like that. Somebody here is not following the rules, and it could be like the council or someone. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. All you can really do is get a lawyer. That's all you can do. And I would say look for unconventional ways or unconventional, because the Hierophant in reverse is unconventional. So maybe there's loopholes, or maybe there's some sort of gray area or something like that. I would say study up on the law, and especially if you don't have a lawyer, you're going to want to get one, because this does not look good. Do what you need to do, dear. You know, I'm not a lawyer, but I think you should talk to a lawyer. You got to talk to a lawyer. I really can't help you with that. I'm sorry. I know that they have some kind of free advice, or look for like legal aid, public defenders or something like that. I'm really sorry that you're going through that, dear, and I would advise you to get a lawyer and try and look for gray area or loopholes, or some kind of unconventional way to overcome your situation. I'm gonna move on. Yeah, I'm sorry that you're dealing with that, but you definitely find some legal aid or something. Yeah, well, I don't know. You're gonna have to talk to your lawyer and see if there's any kind of loopholes or gray areas. Maybe you can study it up on your own. You're welcome. Good luck with that. I'm really sorry that you're going through that. I mean, at the end of the day, you might just have to take a plea deal or something like that, because that's rough. I don't know how that works, but so anything you want general advice on what? All right, let's see. I'll get 3 cards. You got the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords is someone who's strategic. The 7 of Swords is somebody who doesn't tell people what they're doing. I don't know if this is you or someone else. I don't know if someone tried to get away with something, if somebody was sneaky around you for anything. And Lucy, best of luck to you. Just work with your lawyer and, I don't know, maybe read up on your situation. Hi, I'm only doing this last question for anything. Are you an Aquarius? Okay, the advice here is to be strategic. 6 of Wands. Yeah. 4 of Pentacles. So I would say I don't know if you're still there, anything 7 4 2 4. 7 of Swords, some level of being strategic or not telling people what you're doing. Yeah, you're an Aquarius. So I think, yeah, because this is somebody here who's doing something, they're trying to get away with something, or they're doing something to try and get ahead, and it's something that they're doing covertly, because I feel like there's some level of you trying to get ahead here, but also potentially saving your money. The 4 of Pentacles can be seen as someone who's miserly, because they're like greedily holding on to their money. So there's something here about you not telling people what you're doing, not spending your money, saving your money, because there's some kind of goal that you're trying to achieve. That's what I'm seeing here. So I don't know. I guess continue to do that, because it looks like it's going to work for you. With 6 of Wands is recognition. Oh, you're a Libra? Okay. I don't know what you're doing, but it's kind of saying continue doing it, because the 7 of Swords is someone who like strategizes on how they can they strategize on how they can sort of defeat their enemy, or like if it's not about an enemy per se, it's just about how can I kind of neutralize any challenges against me by covertly holding on to something or doing something. I don't know. It's just like there's some level of secrecy in your money, or some kind of, I don't know what you're doing. But the 6 of Wands to me is someone in the public eye, or somebody who's trying to, maybe you're trying to get a promotion and you're not telling people. There's something here, there's some kind of secrecy here, and some sort of like calculating strategic plan on how you can get ahead or get promoted or do well in something here. And it's going to require you to save money, or to hold on to your money here, or hold on to your energy. Yeah, it says they hoarded secrets. The question is why. So I think that you're being secretive And if you like, I don't know, if you get a promotion or if you make more money there, or if you do well in something, you're not telling people. It's almost like if I buy a winning lottery ticket, nobody's going to know about it. Yeah, I don't know if that makes any kind of sense, but keep whatever you're doing to yourself and hold on to your money. It's going to work for you. Okay, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I see more people in the chat, but I've got a train to catch in about half an hour. So I'm going to get on out of here. But keep an eye out for on my channel, because when I get situated, I'll do another live. And the way that it works, you guys, is I'm going to probably do like a small reading and then I'll open the chat up, because I still want to do check-ins for the signs, but I also want to do questions for you. But I'm not going to do 2-hour long questions like I did before. So, yeah, for the rest of you guys, make sure you hit the notification bell icon so that you know when I go live, so that you can get your questions answered next time I go live, which will probably be in about 4 days, okay? All right, you guys, thanks for coming out. I wish everyone the best of luck in everything that they're doing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.